Oh, I love that beat. I love that beat so much. He takes his time with that. See how I love how he went back to the door, comes back, and it makes that line. That line is heavy. I will not lose because you can't win. Fuck you. Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Marc Daniel Patrick. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page at the link below. Subscribe to this channel, turn on those notifications, and you can also find me on Instagram at Marc Daniel Patrick. Everyone starts on stage. I've been saying it forever, but most of your favorite TV, film actors, and actresses all got their start and fell in love with their craft on the theater stage. And a large percentage of those, I'm willing to bet, even started in musical theater. And our most recent example of this is Bridgerton's Jonothan Bailey, who showed us a lot of talent on the first season of the new Netflix drama. But aside to him, that a lot of his fans, I'm sure, doesn't even know he has, is his heavy musical theater chops. And that's showcased in his audition video for the last 5 years. Performing If I Didn't Believe in You, this is Jonothan Bailey. Just before he goes, did you hear that little trick of, I absolutely love it, his pianist just pounding out his first note for him? The biggest, honestly, the most common problem of singers starting a song is going flat. I used to do it all the time. It's the most common problem you'll have on stage, is just coming into a song just a little bit under where you're supposed to be. So I love that little trick here of he's getting himself ready for the scene, getting himself into the moment, and his pianist just throws out his opening note for him. It's very smart.
There are people, and they are publishing my book, and there is a party that they are throwing, and while you've made it very clear that you're not going, I will be going, so that is done. What's this really about? Is it really about a party, Kathy? Can we just, for a minute, stop blaming and say what we feel?
It's a beautiful flip onto his head voice there on the word say. It's quite nice to get up there. This is Jason Robert Brown. So if you don't know him, you need to go research a lot of his music. But this is what he does. He tells stories through his music quite well. And you need to be a storyteller to convey his songs. And if you can't do that, you don't belong singing his music. You really don't. And so far, Jonothan is just spot on of where he needs to be, of telling the story.
Is it just that you are disappointed to be touring again for the summer? Did you think this would all be much easier than it's turned out to be? Well then talk to me, Kathy. Talk to me.
I love that airy quality he puts onto his voice. It makes it so welcoming, so warming. It's a nice effect that he puts onto it, because he's going in and out of this sort of speech singing deal at the beginning of this song, and to be able to just come at it so soft and just lightly touch onto the note rather than trying to be so harsh and jump onto it. It's really quite nice. What I also love is we're 90 seconds into this song, and he hasn't yet taken his eyes off of her. He's focused on where she is, who she is, maybe how she's responding, what she's doing. So many people fall into that trap of, oh, I'm on stage, I need to fill the space, I need to make it bigger than life. What is your objective? Your objective is to get through to her. Your objective is to get her off her ass to come to the party with you. So you need to break down this wall of anger, and waving your arms and pacing around is just not going to do that for you. So this approach here is just spot on for what you need.
If I didn't believe in you, I wouldn't have gone gotten this far, if I didn't believe in you and all of the 10,000 women you are, if I didn't think you could do anything you ever wanted to, if I wasn't certain.
Again, that head voice. Look at how he opens that up. That eye right there is beautiful. It opens the space to opens his mouth a little bit, the space to get that vowel, to round out that vowel quite well, and make it just sound so beautiful once it gets up there. It's light, it's airy, but there's enough quality to the voice that it just sounds so good. And still looking straight at her. I'm telling you, the longer it's an audition piece, right? So the longer he looks at her and keeps her in his imagination and keeps her in his vision, the longer the audition table looks at you. If you start moving around, looking around, maybe they're going to start looking down, they're going to start, fiddling with their watch, whatever, looking at your resume, making fun of your headshot, whatever they're going to do. If you keep the focus, they're going to keep their focus on you because they can't wait to see what's going to happen next, where he's going to look, what's he's going to do. It's a perfect approach.
Come through somehow. The fact of the matter is, Kathy, I wouldn't be standing here now if I didn't believe in you. We wouldn't be having this fight. If I didn't believe in you, I would walk out the door and say, Kathy, you're right. But I could never let that go. Knowing the things about you, I know things when I met you 4 years ago. I knew it never took much convincing to make me believe in you.
Okay, so vocally, that's not his strongest part of the song. He gets up to a couple of notes quite well. That little run he throws in is maybe not warranted. I mean, it's a great little vocal run you can throw on, but if you can't nail that perfectly, maybe don't throw it in. But so I don't know how much time he's spent with the music before he got to audition it. So it's just a little run that went off for him a little bit there, and it's not that big of a deal at all. But it's his discovery. It's his understanding of the piece, of where this song needs to sit. That's what's pushing him through this section. So even if you miss a couple of notes, who the fuck cares? You're understanding the piece, you're acting the hell out of the piece, and you have everyone in the palm of your hand. So, amen. Keep going.
Don't we get to be happy, Kathy? At some point down the line, don't we get to relax without some new solace to push me yet further from you? If I'm cheering on your side, Kathy, why can't you support mine? Why do I have to feel like I've committed some felony, doing what I always swore I would do? And I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to sink. But you know what I think. I think you'll be fine. Just hold on and you'll see. But don't make me wait till you do to be happy with you. Will you listen to me?
Okay, this is what Jason Robert Brown does to you, right? He throws this music at you. It really sounds like the music just fell off the pianist's piano, and now he's just banging away at the keys, trying to guess what chords are coming next. That's what Jason Robert Brown does. He's trying to create this storm of emotion that he wants his performer to get into and to navigate through. And so Jonothan is doing it. He's doing it really well, and it's criminal to make someone sing C and me, those E vowels on those kinds of notes. It's absolutely criminal to make someone do that. So he pulls it off as best as he can. If you watch just before he sings me, that last line, he gets so emotional on that one line and lets out so much air. So you know when he's going into the me, it's gonna struggle a little bit for him to maintain it and really round out the sound. So if you're doing it in the show, you want to make sure you're getting emotional and following the emotional cues, but try not to let that air go. Once you let that air fall out, it's going to be so hard now to get to the end of the phrase. But this is Jason Robert Brown in a nutshell. He's going to require you to take that extra step, to go there and really convey this story, and still so connected to her and doing it so well.
No one can give you courage. No one can thicken your skin. I will not fail so you can be comfortable, Kathy. I will not lose because you can't win.
Oh, I love that beat. I love that beat so much. He takes his time with that. See how I love how he went back to the door, comes back, and it makes that line is heavy. I will not lose because you can't win. Fuck you. That's such a heavy line, but I love that he turns back to the door, comes back, takes a beat, and still says the goddamn line. So usually if you're in an argument and you're getting so heated and getting so revved up, you take a time out, you take a breath, you allow yourself to calm down before you say something you don't want to say. He's such an asshole that he goes back to the door, turns around, takes his moment, takes his breath, and still fucking says it. Ah, I love what he does with that. And I love that he hesitates on the to win part at the end, just to, as if he knows in the moment, God, I shouldn't be saying this, but man, I'm just so angry right now that I'm gonna let it out. That's Jonathan Bailey. What a moment. I love that impulse. I love that. So you have some time here to elongate, to take some space, just to, here's the breath now, right? Here's the where you need to gather yourself, take a breath. And what I love about Jason Robert Brown here is these chords now you can hear behind it is a recreation of the start of the song. It's a recreation of what you just heard at the beginning of the piece, and that's such a clear indicator to your actor that they need to start over, that they need to take a step back, come back to the emotion, come back to the objective you had at the beginning of the piece, and that's where it needs to sit and start over again. So that's exactly what he's doing here. That little look off to the side it's good. I just wanted him to take a little bit more time with it, right? You've focused on her for this so much of this. That look off to the side, hold it a little bit, come back, start the song again. Because that's basically what this is the start of the song over. You need the exact same intention behind it and start again. But he does really well.
If I didn't believe in you, well, here's where the travelogue ends. If I didn't believe in you, I couldn't have got up before all of our friends and say, this is the life I choose. This is the thing I can't bear to lose.
Beautiful. It's so good.
But we refuse to fall. That's what I thought we agreed on.
I love those little tricks. I love the little tricks he throws in. It's so good. It's keeping it contained. It keeps it right here. It doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to be exaggerated movements. Just this, here, comes into, it just bites on his hand because he's just so frustrated. He's just trying. He says so much with so little, right? Those little pieces, those little tricks allow him to be so engaged in the moment and allow him to say so much by not saying a lot, right? He's just so frustrated. There's so much anxiety here behind it, and he's trying to keep it in. And those little things are so good. Every piece you do, try and find those little movements that make sense for you, that you can commit to, that really help you drive and help you stay connected and stay in the scene.
Kathy, if I didn't believe in you, I wouldn't have loved you at all. Now, can we put your dress on? We'll go to this party. Can we do that, please?
Oh, no, that it's so. I've always kind of loved this ending from JRB, that he doesn't even allow Jamie to have an ending in this song, right? It ends kind of on such a beautiful note. If I didn't believe you, I wouldn't have loved you at all. It sounds like such a beautiful, sort of apologetic line. But we know as this goes on, so this song doesn't end. It just, this basically just starts, basically moves into some chords that take you on to Kathy's next song. And I love the fact that he doesn't give him that satisfaction of an ending chord, of the audience appreciating the performance he just gave. We go on to the next song because we all know what we find out next, and we all know how this ends. So I just love that moment that he's just, it's such an FU to the character of, we're not going to give you your moment in the spotlight to relish in what you just did, but we need to give Jonothan his moment in the spotlight, because that is fantastic. And for everyone wondering, of course he got this damn part opposite Samantha Barks in the 2016 West End production of this show. But it's such a fantastic audition. This is such a beautiful masterclass for so many students to watch and study and really understand how you can go there in an audition, how you can hold the panel's attention for as long as he did, and how you can really commit with nothing around you, in such an empty room, a pianist, a camera, and maybe a couple people watching you. It's something to study. It's such a skill to be able to create a world around everyone when there's no world there. It's so good to see him on the Netflix series and getting the recognition and the accolades on a global scale that he truly, truly deserves. Okay, that's all the time we have for this video. Please leave me a comment below of what you thought of this video and what you'd like to see in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on those notifications. And until next time, I'm Marc Daniel Patrick, and thanks so much for watching.